the 12th, 2026. You're listening to Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com on YouTube now. If you're not checking us out there, you feel free to do that. Real Talk 995 TV. When you get to YouTube, that's Real Talk 995 TV. And don't forget to download our app because you can get all of it on your app. It's our app, and it's free. So if you haven't done it, do it because there's podcasts there. You can listen live. You can watch YouTube. You can call us. You can text us. I don't know. Maybe the app will drive your car for you, too. Who knows? It does a lot of different things. We'd love for you to check it out. And if you haven't got it on your phone, your device, get it. Get it now. Get it today.
This
Sometime.
app is your app.
It could
this
be.
App is my
And it's free.
from California.
It's a lot of stuff there. We've been adding all along,
Yep.
When we first started out, it was like, you can listen to us. And then we added phone numbers and text messages and then podcasts.
Now we have
And now
added
on
the
YouTube.
ability to watch us, and later, soon it will cook you dinner. So
Maybe.
excited about that.
You never know.
It's going to be great. 906 with Dixon and Vining. And when your water comes out of the spigot, what does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? I can tell you the answer to all of those things. Sometimes it looks a little off, sometimes even a little on the brown side. You go, whoa, what's going on here? Well, it may have picked that up just in the pipes on the way to your house. We don't know. What does it smell like? Usually chlorine. What does it taste like? Usually it tastes a little harsh. And what does it feel like? Well, it feels like water that could use some help. This is where Aqua Systems comes into play. Aqua Systems removes the chlorine, removes the chemicals, removes the hardness. One of the most amazing things you'll notice about Aqua Systems water is how much better it suds up with soap. So you use just a little bit of bar soap or some of your favorite body wash or whatever. You use that with regular water, it suds X amount. And then you use it with Aqua System water, it suds up X times 5 amount. And you go, 5 times it? Yes, because there's no hardness in there to bring it down. Consequently, better suds, more soap, more clean, and you can use less product. It's that simple. Less shampoo, less laundry detergent, less dishwashing detergent, less cleaning products, everything you're going to use less of. It's really amazing what a difference it makes to have Aqua Systems water in your house. Zero money down, $60 a month. That's where we start with these things. And I'm talking about a whole home system from Aqua Systems. It's a game changer. You got to get in touch with these guys. 383-3999. Getting an Aqua Systems whole home system, one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. 383-3999. IWantGreatWater.com. IWantGreatWater.com to find out more. It's a no-obligation demonstration, and no commission salespeople means that they don't pressure you. They let you make up your own mind, and you end up saving money. Beautiful things, all. Aqua Systems, 383-3999, online at IWantGreatWater.com.
It's Steve's turn.
So last year, you might remember that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences made a new rule for the Oscar voters in that the awards are going to be handed out, by the way, this weekend, just to let you know. And if you're a voter, you get a ballot. And on that ballot, there's all the different nominees for all the different categories, but there's also this little box that you need to check in order to satisfy the board. In other words, this is the box that you check to say, I saw all the movies that I'm planning on voting in the category of. Think again, board. IndieWire does anonymous interviews with some voters. They promise not to reveal their actual names, and what they would want to kind of do is find out who they voted for and how they voted throughout the course of it, and they'll kind of do odds and say, okay, we think in our predictions that'll probably come out tomorrow, here's who we think is going to win Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, blah, blah, blah. Well, they talked to a costume designer for movies who talked about their ballot and made an interesting couple of admissions. First, let's get back to that box that the voters need to check. This box states clearly that in order to vote in said category, you must have seen each movie in said category. Sounds like a fairly simple thing, right? Seen all the movies in a category. Go ahead and vote. Didn't see all the movies in that category? Don't vote for it. Not so simple, apparently. Our costume designer in question said of their ballot, quote, I saw probably 40 films this year. This is the first time they've done this thing, right? I felt I was allowed because of what I had seen. That is my justification. Well, let's just take one category that he talked about, the biggest one, Best Picture. Choose from 10. In the interview, he said, there's what the voter said about their vote. for the critically acclaimed box office bomb, One Battle After Another. Quote, that was my number one. It's been a pretty slim year, frankly, except for the international films, which have been pretty outstanding. So after that, I'm going to go Marty Supreme, Train Dreams, Sinners. I'm not a big horror movie person, but it was clever. Sentimental Value, Secret Agent, Frankenstein. I appreciated the way it was made visually and everything. It was a bit much for me. I was disappointed in Hamnet because I love the book. That was such a narrow vision of the book, which gave you this whole world that they live in. And here's where it gets weird. And this was so focused on these two. Quote, F1, you have to fill out 10, otherwise it doesn't work. F1, I didn't see, to be honest. My partner saw it, thought it was crap. And I can't stand Yorgos Lanthimos, so I didn't vote for his movie. I would have voted for 6. Okay, so you didn't see a movie because your partner thought badly of it, because you didn't like a filmmaker. You didn't see that one either. Yeah, Oscar, good job. Right now, Oscar, you go into the category of Grammys for me. And I've thought since about 1996, the Grammys were a big joke. Now the Oscars, you're a big joke too. Congratulations.
Well, I think it's been going on for a long time. I think people have not been watching these movies and voting anyway, voting just because they want to be a part of it. They're excited about having, a say in things. And this is the first year that they're actually saying, hey, you have to, check this box. And they think people are just going to be honest? How silly.
I find it interesting that this person is this honest in the interview.
Yeah, well, knowing that they're not going to, no one's going to.
Probably going to be no backlash, and that's the sad part about it.
But it is distressing, and it's distressing to me that the people who end up making these decisions about who wins the Oscar are almost never mainstream America. One Battle After Another, like you said, was a box office bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to win a bunch of stuff.
More than likely.
And you look at it and go, well, America voted no on that. I don't know if you know this or not. We voted with our dollars, and we voted no. We voted for? We voted for Avatar. We voted for whatever the latest Marvel movie was, whatever, kind of fun, funny, upbeat. I can't even think what was the most popular movie of this past year, 2025.
It was an animated film, I think, if I remember right. But either way, really doesn't matter. Again, you're voting for these movies. You're ranking in the top 10. You didn't see one. You're going based upon your partner's thought.
Yeah.
You didn't even go to watch it. And here's the thing. I will go and see a movie, and I'll think it's great, or I'll think it's bad, and my wife will see the same movie, and she'll have the exact opposite opinion.
Sure.
She's been my wife for 24 years.
Right.
Maybe go check out the movie. You might have a different opinion.
You might. Obviously, you and she have a different opinion about you.
Sure.
So
I'm amazed she stuck with me this long. I'll be real honest.
We all are, Steve. We all are. But no, honestly, I just feel like you said a couple of days ago, I think the People's Choice Awards carry a whole lot more weight for you.
Absolutely.
And I agree. And the People's Choice Awards is a vote that is taken largely in dollars. When you get right down to it, what was the biggest money-making movie of last year? That was the most successful movie. That was it. I don't, this whole artsy-fartsy crap. And by the way, I can be borne out by this, but going back and looking at some of the Oscars that were won in the past, and then you look at the performances in some of the other movies that year. There are movies that didn't win the Oscar that still stand out wonderfully from that year that you just go, man, that was an amazing movie. That thing was phenomenal. Everybody's still. What movie won that year? And you find out, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you
never heard of that. But no, of course not. I mean, let me ask you this. Remember the year everybody was talking about The Artist?
Vaguely.
The Artist. It was a black and white silent movie, and it was a, big deal. Nobody remembers it. Nobody remembers that movie. I guarantee you could go back and look at what was nominated that year. You'd recognize 3 other movies from that year, and you'd go like, I saw those. Those were good movies. We should probably have voted for one of those because they were memorable at least. To me, a really good movie is one that you're still talking about 2 or 3 days later, or that you're still thinking about 2 or 3 days later. It doesn't have to be fun. It doesn't have to be uplifting. All it has to do
is make an impression on you.
Encourage you to think, and like you say, make an impression. Perfect way of putting that.
And I think so many times those in Hollywood, it's all about what's the artistic thing, and how deep did you get into whatever it was that it's almost people can't relate to it.
No.
They're doing it because it's all artsy.
Yeah.
Whatever is artsy and fits in their world. It's a totally different category about what Americans would like to see at the theater, because they left the theater feeling something,
Yeah.
whatever that feeling is. It left you with some type of impression, and you don't forget it, and you enjoyed whatever it is. It could be a sad movie, it could be an inspirational movie, it could be a funny movie, but either way, you left the theater liking it because it gave you that feeling.
Yeah.
And they don't look at movies that way. It's
No.
not about that. It's
No.
all about the other minutia that we're like, what? And you gave it that award for that? And it's just their way of, categorizing and giving out awards is different than the way that all of us watch the movies.
So the artist won up against the other nominees, which include The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close,
Oh.
The Help,
The Help, huge.
huge film,
Yeah, that was.
Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball,
Oh, Midnight in Paris and Moneyball are two of my favorite movies.
The Tree of Life, and War Horse.
War Horse, another great film.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And somehow the artist won against all them.
Yeah, that's garbage. I would definitely have gone Moneyball on that, or there was one you mentioned a little bit earlier that I was like, oh, that was a great movie. Oh, The Help, yeah. The Help. Unbelievable The Help didn't win. But, again, the artsy stuff. The Help is still being shown with great regularity on your cable news channel. Where the hell is the artist? I have never seen this movie. I think it streamed for a minute. I put it on my list as, I want to watch this. I never got around to it, and it went away. That's
Now
not
it's
the
gone.
sign of
Oh,
a
darn.
successful movie.
No.
No. Well, nobody's watching it. I guess we can take it off now. 9:17 with Dixon inviting Talk 99. You going to watch the Oscars, by the way?
I'm
No.
not.
Yeah, me neither. 923, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Dixon and Vining with ya. A beautiful Thursday in the offing. We are looking at potentially 57 for a high today. Cool tomorrow morning with about 35 to 38. And then we do reach up into the upper 60s for a high tomorrow. It'll be nice to have a little bit of cool weather before we get a really nice weekend with like a 79, 80-degree high on both Saturday and Sunday. Not too shabby.
Gonna feel good.
Mickey Dolenz is the last surviving monkey and recently did an interview on What, a Podcast, of course. Nobody actually does interviews for magazines anymore or anything. It really comes down to you're just going to sit down and talk to a podcaster. But he was asked, you guys never got political. Why is that? I mean,
why would they?
The Beatles got more political as time went by, and other groups, the Rolling Stones, and everybody kind of got their finger into that pie. Mickey said, well, it's right there in the theme song. We're too busy singing to put anybody down.
There you
That's
go.
right. They were busy making money, doing it the right way.
He said, actually, we were told very explicitly by the TV company, by our broadcasting producers, and Jackie Cooper, who was the broadcasting executive at one point, a child star. They said, boys, don't get political. You want to please everybody. We want everybody to watch the show. He said, this was borne out when we did do the movie Head, which was after the show was over. And Jack Nicholson co-wrote that film, by the way. He said, we got very political in that, and it bombed big at the box office. It did. I think because their fans didn't want to go see that kind of nonsense. They wanted to go see the Monkees be the Monkees. And that's exactly what, they ended up doing later. They got back together a couple of different times. Most notably, I want to say it was around 2000 was the last time that you really saw them get together. And then after Davy Jones died, Mike came out of retirement and said, it dawns on me that I really like these guys and I better spend some time with them before we all die.
Getting up in years, for sure.
Peter Tork passed away, and then Mike died, and then Mickey is still wandering around out there. 81 years old the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. The media is coming up with every reason in the book why The Bride is a disaster at the box office. I mean, every reason except it's woke and it sucked. Those are not the reasons that they're using. Get a load of this. Here's why it didn't work. Well, there's Frankenstein fatigue.
There is.
Yeah, well, you had...
These are the excuses.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You had a previous version. Guillermo del Toro did a version of Frankenstein not too long ago. It had an inauspicious release date. That didn't work. Poor Things was kind of a Frankenstein thing. That was just a few years ago. Plus, it's not necessarily a horror movie, but it was up against other horror films like Scream 7 and Send Help. And how about this? It was woke nonsense. I saw the trailer. I can't remember what movie I was at when I saw it. Might have been Sisu. That's the second Sisu.
Could be.
But I saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, that just looks like crap.
When I saw the trailer for it, I pretty much had the same opinion. Well, I'm not going to be watching that.
I pretty much make up my mind within a 2.5 minute trailer about whether that's something I want to see, because
you're supposed to bring the best of the best to the trailer.
Exactly.
And if there's nothing in there for you, it's like, why would you waste your time?
Sometimes the problem with a trailer is that they take all the really good jokes and put them in there. Other times, they just don't sell you on it. I remember there was one, I think it was Badlands or something like that. It had Jamie Lee Curtis and Jack Black in it and whatever. And I watched that trailer and I thought,
that's not for me.
Everything about that should make me want to see it. And literally, you just talked me out of it. Like that trailer talked me out of going to see that movie. That's how bad that trailer was.
That's pretty bad.
And it turns out that the movie was a disaster as well. So I'm glad I didn't waste the money on it, nonetheless. Quentin Tarantino is firing back at Rosanna Arquette. Rosanna Arquette did an interview in which she discussed Pulp Fiction and said she didn't care for how many times the N-word was used in that film. Well, if
she watched any other Quentin Tarantino films?
I mean, she was in, of course, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, but I'm just, I'm thinking of the other ones that he's done, and it's there, too.
I honestly feel like sometimes Quentin Tarantino throws the N-words into his movies because he can.
Probably.
I mean, I just feel like I get to use this word.
There's no real reason for it.
I can use this word with impunity because it's a movie and it's art, and it's kind of like, I think you just like saying that word. There's not really
Something's wrong with you.
I mean, in all the time I grew up, and granted, I grew up north of the Mason-Dixon line, I might have heard the word 10 times, outside of Blazing Saddles, of course.
Well,
It was used 10 times alone in
you
Blazing
can
Saddles.
hear
but,
it going up and down
yeah.
the road all the time. Just roll your window down in the car next to you,
right.
and the lyrics coming out of the
blasting out of a
the
Jeep
radio.
next
I'm
door.
like, whoa.
But I mean,
Whoa,
in terms
whoa,
of
whoa.
hearing other people say the word,
Yeah.
that almost never happened when I was a kid growing up. And
Does
so
it not make
know,
you kind of I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Does this not make him a bit of a jerk?
I think so. Well, I mean, what he said was,
why-
hey, look, I gave you, he says, Dear Rosanna, I hope the publicity you're getting from 132 different media outlets writing your name and printing your pictures are worth disrespecting me in a film I remember quite clearly you were thrilled to be a part of. Do you feel this way now? Very possibly. But after I gave you a job and you took the money, to trash it for what I suspect is very cynical reasons shows a decided lack of class, no less honor. There's
Talk about a lack of class.
supposed to be an esprit de corps between artistic colleagues, but it would appear the objective has been accomplished. I honestly believe, and here's why I believe that Quentin Tarantino uses the word just because he likes to say it.
Yeah.
It showed up in The Hateful Eight, a Western movie from the age of Lincoln. Come on, man. It was used multiple times in that film. You're like, I don't think that word was thrown around that much back in that day. I could be wrong, but he figured out a way to fit it in there, boy. Like, you got to be kidding me. Anyway.
Just not necessary.
It's sad because I like his films. I do. I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan. Aside from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I think was crap, I like most of the rest of his movies. 9:30 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. 9:36, Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com, plus on YouTube, youtube.com. We're at Real Talk 995 TV there. That's what you type into the search bar on YouTube. You type in Real Talk 995 TV, and it should take you right there, and then you can see us live. And then there's other ways you can get previous broadcasts and things of that nature if that's something that you want to do. Just skate around the site a little bit. I'm sure you'll find it. You know how these things work, right?
Sure.
Right? Don't you?
It's
Right?
not complicated.
It shouldn't be. The Alabama Men's Clinic says it's not complicated when it comes to your health. If you are feeling like you're losing a step, now would be the time to get it back. And you would do that with a little help from some testosterone from the Alabama Men's Clinic. Trust me, there is no over-the-counter product that you can buy that is going to get you back where you need to be. If you are well below that 600 mark, you want to be between 600 and 900. And, even these testosterone products that they sell over the counter will tell you, look, we can get it up a little bit. We can move it, move that testosterone level up a little bit over the course of a year. You need faster, better, stronger. And that's the Alabama Men's Clinic, real urology-backed science. And it's brought to you by Men's Pro. These guys know what they're doing. They've been at it for a while now. And once you find out where your T is, they'll tell you how they can help get it back where it needs to be. You can also talk to them about your ED, find out about maybe picking up the fun in the bedroom, and hair loss, weight loss, all these things. They handle it all, and it starts with a phone call or a visit to the website, alabamamensclinic.com, alabamamensclinic.com. You can contact them, and we're talking about 30 seconds to make an appointment online. Or go ahead and call them at 598-7000. They'll treat you like a real human being, like a whole human being. They'll treat all of you. The Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000, alabamamensclinic.com on the World Wide Web. The Olive Garden has brought back a beloved meal deal.
Really?
I say beloved as if anybody beloves anything at the Olive Garden. I know
well,
they do.
there are some people that love Olive Garden.
People adore it. I know.
Like the Red Lobster folks.
Well, now is a
Love
good
Red.
time for this because in this economy, how about the buy one, take one meal deal starting at $14.99? In other words, you get one spaghetti and meat sauce and you get another one to take home with you.
That's pretty darn good.
Not too shabby for $14.99. You can also get the 4-cheese manicotti, the rigatoni alla vodka, that's brand new. The fettuccine alfredo is $17.99. The 5-cheese ziti El Forno is $18.99. The lasagna classico is $18.99, and the chicken parmesan is $21.99. But again, you're getting two.
You're getting two. Yeah. So $10 a meal on that chicken parmesan, or
not
a little
too
bit
shabby.
more.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
About $11 a meal. On that list, by the way, I've never had the chicken. I have had the chicken parmesan there. I'm sorry. I've had the fettuccine alfredo. I've had the. I think I had the spaghetti with meat sauce. The lasagna classico, I actually enjoyed. I had that one time at Olive Garden. Anytime I
sounds like you've been there plenty of times.
Well, here's the thing: you're always roped in when a bunch of people are going.
Been there.
Hey, we're going to Olive Garden. Okay. Or I told my daughter once for her birthday, I'll take you anywhere you want to go. It's your birthday.
She said Olive Garden.
I'm like, you are killing me.
We have some incredible Italian restaurants.
I know. That's what really gets me.
I don't mean that ugly.
No.
But, I mean,
yeah.
It's happened, a little church group says, hey, church is done. We're all going to go.
And what drives me crazy is that my daughter's an incredible cook, a phenomenal chef. She could go to culinary school.
Maybe it's the garlic rolls.
It could be.
Salad. That's what she's loving. Breadsticks, yeah.
Yeah. But every time I end up there, I try to order something different. Because, I got to find something on this menu that I'm going to like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the salad and the soup and the breadsticks, which I love all three of those things. I can't say enough good things about them. As long as we're talking about Olive Garden, let's make sure we get the good stuff in there, too. And the one time I ordered the lasagna, I was like, okay.
Pretty good.
And the next time I was like, I could order the lasagna again, but maybe there's something else that I like. I was wrong that time. Chicken Salad Chick has a new menu item.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's called chopped. Oh, it's Jill pickle flavor.
Huh?
Jill?
Jill pickle flavor.
Mm-hmm. Who's Jill?
Yeah.
Well, she's the chicken salad chick. They basically take a dill pickle and chop it up and mix it in with your chicken salad. So very briny.
Jill pickle.
Very briny take on the chicken salad.
Delivers
a bright and perfectly pickled twist to the brand's signature line of chicken salads. Okay.
I like their chicken salad.
I mean,
it's okay. It's
me
not my
too.
It's
favorite.
good, but
Oh, I
It's
like
not my
it.
favorite, but I do like it.
What is your favorite?
Jill pickle.
Probably Ashley Mack's
Okay.
chicken salad.
I've not tried that.
Really love that.
I can tell
They
you.
sell it at some of the Piggly Wiggly stores too.
Oh, they make
You
a
can't find an
Publix
Ashley
makes
Mack.
a strong chicken salad, in my opinion. I give the
Edgar's has some pretty good chicken
Oh, I've
salad.
had Edgar's, yes.
Edgar's, but I put
quite
Ashley
good.
Mack ahead of
Well,
Edgar's if you.
I'm going to go
really
track
wanna
that
know.
down now.
It's really good.
Then I'm going to put pickles in it.
That'll be all right.
And call it Jill.
Pizza Hut is changing its iconic hand-tossed pie for the first time in over 10 years.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's a good question. Apparently, they've decided that they're tired of losing to some of these other guys, and so they are beginning to add a couple of things like garlic parmesan seasoning mixture to it. They're also baking it up so it's a little crispier on the outside and a little fluffier on the inside.
Sounds
Okay?
good.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
This is technically only on the hand-tossed pizzas, but you can get the special garlic parm hut blend added to other pies if you so desire, like the original stuffed crust pizza or even the thin crust. The garlic-forward approach to pizza is similar to both Papa John's and Domino's, both of which have been known to heavily season their pizzas and sides using garlic parmesan seasoning blends and oils over the years. It's apparently not the only new thing at Pizza Hut. They recently had to close 250 locations in an effort to make sure that they were staying profitable, and they are revamping themselves in a way to re-energize. A Chicago tavern-style pizza is out now, thin and crispy, or Chicago tavern-style pizza, just $10. That's a large 3-topping. I love a tavern-style pizza. Chicago tavern-style pizza that's cut into squares.
Yeah, I like that.
That can be quite good. It doesn't have necessarily
Can
the
be.
cracker thin crust, but it
No, I
does
don't
have
like
a thin
that.
crust. And
The picture that Pizza Hut put out, man, that looks really good.
of course it
Of
does.
the,
It's
They're
Nice
putting
job.
their best foot forward.
taken by a professional photographer.
that's the way you do it right there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You got my attention.
Uh,
Now, if
yeah.
you can do that at the restaurant.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I just think you need to bring back, the old way Pizza Hut did it.
I
You
agree.
need the salad bar, the red cups.
I need the red cups.
You need the checkered tablecloths.
Gotta have it.
All the kale all over the place that nobody's going to eat.
I need the kids over there from the Little League baseball team in the corner with the coaches and everybody there. Look, can we just bring
Go back
I mean,
to
can we go
selling
back?
beer. How about
yeah,
that?
sell you pictures
Sell
of beer.
some beer.
Isn't that because you can't go very many places now? Like we used to in the 70s and 80s, I guess 80s, maybe even 90s. Where's a great place to get a cold pitcher of beer after whatever it is you were doing?
Yeah.
I mean, you could name 10 places, and now when somebody says, "Let's go get a cold pitcher of beer," I can't. Nothing comes
Pretty
to
much
mind.
got to go to a sports bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, you've got all the
Usually it's,
The-
you're getting
the,
Usually
the
it's on the tap.
draft.
Yeah,
it's on
exactly.
tap.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd like a pitcher of cold beer.
Yeah.
Come on.
I usually do that. I go out with somebody and I go, like a pitcher of cold beer. What would you have? What do you
What would you like? This one's mine.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Mm,
And they're over there. Well, I'm going to get some wine. I'll have a glass.
we'd like a carafe of wine as well,
Yes, a
please.
carafe.
And then an Uber would be nice. I saw these the other day in the grocery store. It took me every fiber of my being to keep from buying them.
Oh, what was it?
Dots Pretzels Snack Mix.
I've not seen these.
Oh, my. Mm.
Not familiar.
It's Dots Pretzels, and I like the original seasoning on the Dots Pretzels, okay?
Okay.
And, Chex Mix,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Sure.
Same basic concept. You've got Dots Pretzels. You've got little Chex type things. It's not Chex. You've got the little rye pieces.
I like the rye
Sure.
pieces.
I like the rye
I usually
pieces.
pick those out.
Yeah,
Everybody gets mad at
Very
me.
good. It's got, basically all the Chex Mix stuff that you like. You've got garlic rye chips, seasoned corn cereal, seasoned pita chips, and, of course, the mini pretzel twists in there, sold in 14-ounce bags, a family-sized package you can use to fill a party bowl.
Dots is doing it right. Come on, that's a good
Sounds like it.
flavor.
I looked at it, and I was like, I really want
Ooh.
this. I want this so
You would have
bad.
gone to the bottom of that bag, Richard.
Before I got home, I kid you not, the whole reason I said, I'm going to open this in the car, and I'm going to eat it all before I get home, and then I'm going to have no appetite for the rest of the day. I'm not doing that. And it was
Bottom
like
of-
$6.19 for a
Do you do
a
that
bag.
often with items that you buy from the grocery store? Like if you go right at lunch or before dinner or something and you're starving
Yeah.
and you're like,
I've been known to
picking-
have a road snack, but I don't generally eat them all.
Yeah.
That would be a rarity, but
Mhm.
this I can tell you I would have eaten it all.
Like
Almost a certain
a fried chicken finger from the deli at Publix. It's like, God, that smells so good.
Man.
I don't think I can make it to here to the house, even though it's
Right.
about 300 yards away.
You get home and they're like, I
Like,
thought you
what
said you
happened
bought
to the-
12 of these.
Where's the chicken
There's only
fingers?
10 in
They
here.
did. They shortchanged me.
I see someone also opened the dip.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Uh,
Yeah, I had to pull the car over to the side before I got home and eat that. I didn't have my lunch buddy with me.
Oh, there you go. Krispy Kreme donuts tying in with St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's
Of course
Day.
they are.
Well, sure,
Another
why wouldn't they?
occasion to buy a donut.
Because I think donuts when I think St. Patty's Day.
course you do.
Absolutely.
That's what.
I mean, you know,
Mm.
beer people don't get it all the time because of the green beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not St. Patty's Day. It's just not all theirs.
Mm-hmm.
It could be donuts too.
Absolutely. And if you wear green
Mm-hmm.
on St. Patrick's Day,
Yes.
Krispy Kreme is bringing back its green original glazed donuts and 4 other limited edition donuts for the holiday.
What do we get?
You get a free donut.
Just one.
Yep.
I have to pick from those.
Monday, May 9th.
Hmm.
Customers can receive a free original glazed donut with a purchase of any dozen. We already got through that day.
Yeah.
Never mind. But you can also, you show up with wearing green on St. Patrick's Day,
Mm-hmm.
get yourself a free donut.
Okay.
The Shooting Shamrock, the Over the Rainbow, the Plaid Party, and the Chocolate Iced with St. Patty's Sprinkles
Cute.
are the 4 that they're coming out with. I feel like, you know, Krispy Kreme is a little bit like Taco Bell in that they really only have the 4 or 5 ingredients to work with.
Yeah.
They just come up with different ways of
And
rearranging
make it pretty.
them.
Yeah.
to
And
make it
use
like,
some color.
now it's pink. It's Valentine's. Yay. Look, now it's light blue and yellow. It's Easter. Yay.
People fall for it.
Well, of
Whatever
course they-
works, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
including
March
us.
16th and 17th.
There you go.
You got both days to. Oh, you can go through the drive-through too. Good.
And Twizzlers.
They just have to take your word for it that you're wearing green until you get around to the window and pay.
Yes, that's right.
Ha! Gotcha.
No green.
The car's green, as you can see. Twizzlers debuting its first of a kind new flavor.
No, they don't do this very often.
Okay.
What do you got?
Yeah, all right,
You
that's
know-
their new flavor.
Twizzlers original was
Strawberry or
no
black
licorice, black licorice.
Yeah,
licorice.
black licorice. Yeah. And
Then-
then they added later the red.
The red ones eclipsed the black ones for a very good reason. A lot of people don't like black licorice. I
Mhm.
love it. I'm one of the few, but you and
I like
probably
it.
you and other
I don't
people-
mind it.
Okay,
I like
all
black
right, yeah.
licorice.
I'm okay
Big
with it.
fan. My sister and I used to get the Twizzler, either the red or the black. Would cut each end off with our teeth
Sure.
And
and
then
then use it as a straw to drink our milk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Milk
Sure.
through a licorice straw.
I bet it was yummy.
It was delicious.
Yes.
Twizzler is now coming out with their own version of said thing. It's an
Oh,
actual
they finally realized that people were doing this.
edible straw. Yep,
That's,
Okay.
that's brilliant.
absolutely. Pretty cool. They're buying into this dirty soda trend, featuring notes of a vanilla, lime, and coconut. The new candy is capable of being enjoyed both as an edible straw as well as a tasty treat in its own right. Dirty soda, a non-alcoholic beverage trend that mixes soda with flavored syrups, cream, and fruit add-ins, has become a fun, customizable ritual for fans, said Rachel Starr, Sweets Innovation Manager at the Hershey's Company. Twizzlers straws let people sip, snack, and customize their drinks all at once, making the experience a little more playful and unmistakably Twizzlers. She speaks like a press release.
Well, as Bruce Willis once said, welcome to the party, pal.
Mm-hmm. Bite, chew, and repeat. Pour your favorite soda. Add your favorite dirty soda mix-ins. Sip through your Twizzler straw. Then eat the Twizzler straw when you're done. I could get into that.
Sure. Sounds like fun.
I don't think I even need a dirty soda.
You
I
know,
just-
and again, I'm thinking, okay, what if you had like hot chocolate or
Mm.
coffee or some flavor of Twizzler that would go with hot chocolate or coffee?
Would it?
Maybe
it,
vanilla,
I mean, it,
Could
a
be.
vanilla flavor Twizzler.
it
The
wouldn't.
they had that orange one, and that would be good too.
As long as it didn't melt the straw, that's the problem. Want to
Well,
make sure that
just
doesn't
make sure
happen.
it's not, you know.
They need to be
That
selling
hot.
this in the movie theaters.
Yes, they do.
Oh, I agree.
That way you can just drop it in your drink at the movie theater.
That's a good idea.
One
Your-
should come with your drink. How about that?
Hey, there you go.
Your
See, now you're
$24
thinking.
soda.
That's right.
You
Comes
wanna
with a
shop
free
that shit
Should come
Twizzler.
with complimentary twist.
That's right.
You would think.
Mhm.
9:51, the Dixon Event in question of the day coming up next. Dixon Dividing, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Iran has just announced they are pulling their soccer team out of the World Cup. They're not coming to the United States. Oh, I can't believe it. We were looking forward to beating them there as well. I mean, you know, we don't just want to beat them like
Wherever.
at war.
Mhm.
We want to beat them in soccer, too.
Sure.
We want to beat them anywhere and everywhere we can. 9:56 with Dixon and Vining. Cheryl says Crestline Bagel has amazing chicken salad. So does Marky's Kitchen. Same as Zoe's. I love
Oh,
Zoe's chicken salad.
One more I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe's is good. O'Cars.
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 Mm.
And we forget that sometimes.
I got to try
They're-
that.
By the way, and you all may have talked about it while I was out Monday or Tuesday, that they bought Savages.
I saw that.
And I was like,
Yeah.
hey, that's a
Okay.
win-win for everybody.
Keep it right there in
Yeah,
the family, baby.
But O'Cars, you need to open back up in Cahaba Heights where you were.
Mm,
They were there, and then they left, and they're in, the only location I know of is the one in Homewood. There may be one other one.
it's a great one.
Yeah. Big chicken
Tom
salad.
says Pell City opened at Olive Garden. Okay, good for you. I know Gardendale opened one not too long ago as well. So enjoy. Let's do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
Aside from the Beach Boys, name a group that has great harmonies. Aside from the Beach Boys, a group that has great harmonies. Steve West.
I was lucky enough to see them do this before a race in Charlotte about 30 years ago, and then they came into a studio when I was working at a country station a few years later. Ricochet. They did a fantastic job. 4-part harmony, a cappella national anthem, just fantastic.
Nice. Very good. What about you, Valerie?
I got to go with the Bee Gees.
Bee Gees, can't
Yep,
beat them.
Bee Gees.
Very
How
delightful.
about you?
Speaking of groups that do a cappella Star Spangled Banner, Huey Lewis and the News. They
Yeah,
did that,
fantastic version.
Did that before the the World Series. It's like, remember when
Yeah.
that was the
They used to do a lot for the San Francisco 49ers.
yeah,
too.
yeah. And boy, they can sing almost anything a cappella. They were fantastic. Loved them. What else do we have here? We've got Misty saying the Eagles. True. Jay says Van Halen. I think it's pretty good harmonies. Buffalo Bills.
You know, back when David Lee Roth could sing.
That's true. The Buffalo Bills was the name of the barbershop quartet that appeared in the movie The Music Man. Three Dog Night. Yep. Sister Hazel. Very good. The Oak Ridge Boys. Let's see. Harmony and Mendoza. Get it?
Got it.
Queen for sure. Yeah, Queen
Oh,
always
yeah.
had great stuff. Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. The Association. I saw them once. Fifth Dimension. Classics 4, that is. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, or Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Back in the day. Statler Brothers, Alabama, Little Big Town. Captain Beyond. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Galactic Cowboys, Mamas and the Papas.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could say Wilson Phillips as well. They were
Sure.
great. Jackson 5, sure. Righteous Brothers, why not? The Four Seasons, Frankie Valli and Company. Pointer Sisters, Jan and Dean. The Nylons, Eagles 7 Bridges Road is the best. Okay, we'll take that. A lot of other stuff has come in, but my computer has decided to write me an
die? Oh, no.
IOU. So we are out of here. Back tomorrow, dark and early, 6 a.m. for a Friday edition. Skippy and Jimbo coming up next. It's Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com.
Bye.
Bye now.